So we're going to go over Ryder's loose leash walking, and I wanted to mention a few things. So I prefer a leash like this that's a little bit thicker, and it'll make it so that if you get any tension on the leash, it's not going to be pulling on your hand, and just make it easier to control him. And anyway, so I just recommend getting like a little thicker leash, and it'll make things easier for you. And when we're inside, we're actually going to work inside on some loose leash walking. We're also going to work outside. When we work inside, we can use treats. As soon as we get outside, he gets too wound up, and I stopped utilizing treats because he gets so anxious when we're walking that utilizing treats really just is not an option. He'll just get far too wound up and start snatching at my hand because he's just pretty ginned up as soon as we get outside. And I like to work inside to give him a good understanding of what I'm looking for. So you notice right here, he's hanging out by my side. So I'm gonna give him a click and a treat for hanging out by my side. Again, a little click and a treat for hanging out by my side. Then we'll make a little semicircle over here. Touch. Want him to follow after. He didn't want to follow after, so I'm just gonna give him my targeting exercise. I'm gonna follow me over here. Good, perfect, gets positioned exactly where we want to. Make a little semicircle, and I'm going to walk this way. It's going to follow after. Very good. Give him a click and a treat. And so we're working indoors because he can handle this indoors, and we want him to have a good understanding that being positioned right next to me is what we're looking for, and lay that foundation inside before we get outside. So it's not foreign to him what the criteria is that we're looking for, and it's easier for him to be successful in the great indoors. Ryder, touch. And then we're going to head outdoors. As soon as we get outdoors, then I'm not going to utilize treats. I'm simply going to shorten up my leash, and then he only gets to move forward when there is slack in the leash, and he's right by my side. So he does have a tendency to want to pull pretty abruptly, really just kind of out of nowhere. So I do like to keep him on a really short leash so he doesn't have that opportunity. And for him, just stopping and then continuing to move forward as soon as we get slack in the leash has been his best mode and the easiest way for him to be successful. So I'll show you what that looks like as we get into the great outdoors. Good job, bud. Ryder, sit. Stay. Free. Good, it's just going through our little doorway there. Good job, bud. You did good. Ryder, sit. Stay. Free. Good job, bud. So once we get into the great outdoors, Ryder, we're going to shorten up our leash here. Here we go. And just start on our journey. Good boy. Good boy. So we got slack in the leash. A little tension. I'm going to stop. Good boy. Gives me a little sit. Looks up at me. Good boy. Tension. I'm going to stop. Good boy. Gives me a little slack. Good boy. So we got some fresh snow. This is actually particularly difficult for the little guy today because we got all this excitement. So we got a little slack in the leash. Good. Good boy. Good boy. So this is far more stopping than we've typically had to do, but that's fine. If that's where we're at today, that's okay. Good boy. Just got to take him where he's at. That's all right. But just let him know that he just doesn't get to direct the journey. He just has to listen to you. Come. Tension. We're going to stop. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Nice job, buddy. Good work. Good boy. Ah. So letting him know it's not what we're looking for. Good boy. And that's okay. Very good. Good boy. So giving some positive, some encouragement when he's doing the right thing. You can let him know he's doing the right thing. Got some slack there. That's good. Now we can continue on. Getting close. Good. Got a little sniff. So I'll let him sniff. 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 Okay. So let him know that we're controlling when he can sniff, and when we're over it. Good boy. Tension. I'm gonna stop here. Good boy. Good job, bud. Good boy. Good boy. Sniff. Sniff. Okay. Good boy. Okay. Good boy. So we're getting a lot of tension here. Good job. Wait for him to relax. Perfect. All right, let's switch around on this guy. Ryder, come. Good. Good job, bud. Very good. Little tension. I'm going to stop. Slack. Good boy. Yep. Good boy. Come. Yep. Good boy. Good boy. Yep. Good boy. I don't like that. Little tension in the leash. We're going to stop there. Good boy. Nope. Good boy. This is one thing, when I felt like he's been pulling too frequently, I'll slow down my walk on him. I really want him to know you got to go at my pace. I might just barely be creeping along, and that you don't just get to move at whatever speed you want. Really let him know you just have to focus on me. We're going to go at my pace. It's one thing we've done with the little guy. If he just kind of gets too much, I really slow down to let him know that you don't get to just cruise at top speeds. Good boy. You sniff? Okay. You found something. You found a treat. Good boy. You want that stick? Leave it. Good boy. Good boy. Ah. Ryder, touch. Good boy. Free. So it's I'm actually very, very pleased with his. He's been much more relaxed when he goes on a walk. He just has to really know that you're in control. Sit. Stay. Free. When you're on your journey. Ryder, come. Good boy. And that he doesn't ever get to move forward if he's got tension in the leash. And so really it's just making it very clear to him that you don't get to direct the journey. And just an FYI, when we were doing click treat, it's like, he was taking the treats too abruptly out of my hand. But also, as soon as he got the treat and got the reinforcement, he'd immediately go back to pulling, and it didn't really seem to help with letting him realize that we want him to stick by my side. It dawned on me that the reinforcement for him, or the positive reinforcement for him, is actually getting to move forward. And so when he gets to move forward, you're letting him know, yes, you did the right thing. And he gets to move forward just by giving you slack in the leash. And so he never gets to move forward if there's tension in the leash. Another thing that we tried was simply changing directions a lot. And so every time that I change directions, if I just change directions a whole boatload, it helped a little bit if we just stayed in that same proximity. But as soon as we started branching out, he would pull when we started going in the opposite direction. So I would change directions, do a 180, and he would run up ahead and pull. We would change this way and he would pull. So changing directions wasn't as beneficial as just stopping every time we got tension in the leash. Again, the primary motivator for him being that he gets to move forward. And so you let him move forward. And the only prerequisite for him is that you have a slack leash. So that's why we found that to be the best mode for working with him. And honestly, he just gets more and more comfortable in these areas. And so as we're closer to the house, he's more comfortable. We get a little bit further out, he gets a little bit more squirrely. And so you're basically just going to be desensitizing him to areas that you're walking him. And so I would just stop as soon as you have any tension in the leash, and he'll realize that it's abnormal to have tension in the leash and that he doesn't get to move forward. And shorten up the leash and be pretty anal retentive on that initially. And he's making a lot of progress. We're very pleased. He's far less prone to pulling now. So anyway, we'll see you shortly, and we've absolutely loved working with Mr. Ryder. He's a great little dude, and really a model citizen to have around. He's great influence on the other dogs, and yeah, it's just super fun. Great with the kids, great at socializing, and really listens really well. So it's been a joy.